Generally, the most accepted theory regarding origin of state is the evolutionary theory. This evolutionary theory is almost accepted and popularized by most of the jurists, political scientists, and philosophers. So, the explanation of evolutionary theory was found reference first in Bagehot's work Physics and Politics, then in Herbert Spencer's work Principle of Sociology or Societal Evolution. In that context, Spencer regarded that there are different stages of evolution through which state finally came into existence. So, he cited different forces and factors which were responsible for the evolution and the gradual development of the institution state. So, according to Spencer, in his Principles of Sociology, he identified certain important factors such as kinship, religion, economic activities, force, political consciousness, etc. So, according to him, it was first kinship which laid the foundation of family, clan, and gradually that kinship gave rise to religion, the ancient or the tribal form of religion, and that religion gradually evolutionized and developed into an well-formed religion in future. Then those economic activities carried out in ancient primitive societies and also in medieval societies, or that reference was made into the feudal societies and the economic activities in our modern time, they also led to the foundation of state. So also force, that is coercion, and otherwise might is right, that also being another factor for the evolution and development of state. And lastly, political consciousness among the subjects or the peoples or the inhabitants of a society makes them to organize and form a political association, and that was state how it finally came to a large political association and state through evolution of the periods under which the various stages it crossed, and finally it achieved the very factor, that is state. So, regarding kinship, Professor McIver, the political scientist, expressed that kinship first creates society and society at length creates states. So, according to him, otherwise it is family and clans which ultimately create society or communities, and those communities and society gradually transferred and itself took the form of state. And the next important factor of evolution of state is religion. And that religion in a primitive society or in the primitive form of religion, it was animism. That means the worship of forces of nature, worship of animals, superstitious belief, worship of deceased ancestors, power of magic like the rainmaker, the exorcist, the medicine man, the priestly class, and the divine right of kings. These are the different stages of evolution of religion from primitive society to divine right of king or kingship. So, in the primitive society, it was in the form of worshipping different animals or objects and worshipping of different forces of nature, such as rain or rivers or forest or trees or thunderstorm, flood, etc. And naturally it took the form of superstitious beliefs and worship of deceased ancestors, dead ancestors, and gradually the role of magic in primitive society played an important role in evolution of religion, and the rainmaker, the exorcist, and the medicine man, they played very important role in evolution of religion, or the next important leading factor in the evolution of religion was the priestly class, and those priestly class next they laid emphasis on kingship or regarding the importance of kings and monarchs. So gradually there would developed the divine right of kings. So these two are the most important factors at the beginning of evolution of state.